And you're good.
Hello, everyone, and good evening, and Happy New Year! It's Mary Kay's New Year, and so we are celebrating
Uh-oh, Jen, hello. Happy New Year.
I was like, is that my computer still acting up?
At least she looks good, right? Like, she looks fantastic. Oh, bless her heart. Oh, you can tell she's trying to. Go, Jen. Go, Jen. Woo-doo.
Oh, did we lose her completely?
I think we did. Here, I'll keep going. Hey, y'all. Well, welcome to our new year. We are so excited to welcome you. So go ahead and hop in the chat and just say where you're from and what you're most excited about right now going into this new year. And if Jen can hop back on, I'll let her take over the prayer and everything like that. But we are so excited to have you all here and kick off our new year so strong. You guys are in for a treat tonight. It is going to look just a skosh different, as some of the recognition will be revealed to you at seminar. So we'll do some recognition, and then some of it will be kept secret until we reveal our top 10 and queens. And then our senior sales director, Mary Pyatt, is going to be bringing to you guys a powerful training tonight, which we are all so excited about. So it's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. Blow up the chat, share what you're excited about. And then Jen, I'll let you take the prayer because I think you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Wi-Fi. You know. Our electricity was killed today because we're setting a new electric pole, and so it didn't want to work tonight, but my phone is working, so I can still pray.
Yay!
Awesome. All right, well, let me try this again. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Maya, for jumping in for me. And Happy New Year. I am excited for tonight. So let's go ahead and start with prayer, and then we'll get on to recognition from June. So, dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for tonight. I thank you for the opportunity we have to gather together, to celebrate, to recognize, to learn, to grow, and to just start off our year being together. And I am so thankful for new opportunities, for new Mary Kay brothers and sisters in our family, for the opportunity that we have to share Mary Kay with other people. So I just pray over our time this evening that you'll bless it and that we will feel confident starting off the new year strong. In your name I pray. Amen.
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 Woo!
All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to start sharing the screen with you guys, and then Heidi gets to kick us off tonight.
Well, Happy New Year, you guys. I love that we get to ring in the new year with 29 new beauty consultants. That is just amazing to me. You guys, when I look over the list, you know what I see? I see the next Red Jackets, right? I see the next car drivers. I see, what else do I see? Sales directors debuting, and even a nationals from this area. So I'm so excited, you guys. With 29, let's recognize all of those who joined our Mary Kay family this past month. Okay, we've got Eden, recruited by Jennifer, Crystal, recruited by Rosa, Kelly, recruited by Emily, Darcy, recruited by Sherry. We have Jennifer, recruited by Jennifer, Emily, recruited by Sherry, Becky, recruited by Emily, Deborah, recruited by Kayla, Taylor, recruited by Angie. We have Sherry, recruited by Kayla. We have Catherine, recruited by Angie. We have Diana, recruited by Emily. Carrie, recruited by Maya. Stephen, recruited by Kayla. We have Beverly, recruited by Tiffany. Kelsey, recruited by Jennifer. We have Crystal, recruited by Sherry. We have Victoria, recruited by Emily. Betsy, recruited by Jennifer. Kimberly, recruited by Emily. Look at all these names. Christina, recruited by Emily. Lisa, recruited by Emily. Heather, recruited by Jennifer. Cindy, recruited by Sherry. We have Teresa, recruited by Sherry. We have Sarah, recruited by Jennifer. Rachel, recruited by Jennifer. We have Francesca, recruited by Heidi. We have Connie, recruited by Maya. Way to go. 29 new. Woohoo. Welcome to the family, the all-in area.
Woohoo! That is so exciting.
Woo!
So exciting.
Breathe now.
You're
I was
like out of breath.
You're gonna have to like
I come up
extend
for
your-
air.
That's so awesome.
Awesome. Then I think we get to move on to Sherry.
Woo!
Hello, hope you guys are having a fantastic brand new Mary Kay year. We're going to talk about our red jackets tonight. So first red jacket we have are the Star Team Builders, and that is Lisa from the Red Unit, Angie from the Mason Unit, Jennifer from the Huff Unit, Amy from the Hull Unit, Anna Marie from the Hull Unit, Laura from the Hull Unit, Amy from the Pilot Unit, Angie from the Huff Unit. And then team leaders, we move up to team leaders. We have Vicky from the Pilot Unit. We have Kayla from the Huff Unit. And under elite team leaders, that position is open. So you ladies that are in red jackets, make this your goal to be in this, have your picture in this box the next time we have one of these calls. Am I supposed to introduce her or somebody else
Well, I
doing
was going to
that?
say you can, or we can have Jennifer introduce her. Jennifer, would you love to do that?
Yeah, I think Jennifer.
Absolutely. I would love
Awesome.
to. Oh, well, everyone, for those of you who have not seen my post today, who have not heard the news, we have a new director in our area. And I'm a little biased because she's my sister. However, my team, my next future director, I'll be biased to you guys as well. But Emily is my first Offspring director and my younger sister. And so, Emily, we are so excited for you and your team. Cannot wait to officially celebrate you and your team on Saturday at your director debut. So congratulations. You get to walk across the seminar stage a few times this seminar year, but one of those is for being a brand new director. So we are so excited for you.
I think everybody should give some love and some attention to Emily and her unit in the chat as well. Unmute, shout, say hurrah, like all of those amazing things with that as well. Woohoo! So exciting. All right, then we get to move on. Oh, well, here, I'll do this real fast since I've got this pulled up here. So we will not have a Red Hot Coffee Club. Well, first, let me tell you about the Red Hot Coffee Club. So the Red Hot Coffee Club is a prestigious, exclusive training just for those of you that are in your red jackets. And this is a time where we come together as red jackets, as sales directors, and just be able to pour into you at that level that you're at, really being able to help fine tune training as far as skills, emotions, time, like all of those kinds of things. And so due to seminar, we will not have a Red Hot Coffee Club in July because we'll be together at seminar. We will actually on that night be having a red jacket pajama party to celebrate our red jackets, which is so super exciting. But we will be together in August. So on August 20th, it's always the third Saturday of each month. So make sure that you mark it on your calendar, third Saturday of the month, and make it your goal if you are not in a red jacket to be in red by then so you can join us for that call. So woohoo for that. All right, then I think Maya, we just get a little disclaimer on this one. Do you want to do that?
Yes. Okay. So like I said earlier, our court of sharing is not being recognized tonight because we are having our second all-in area awards happening in Dallas, Texas at seminar. And so it is tradition to not recognize until we go to seminar when you recognize an area. So that is why this court and also our court of sales tonight, we will not be doing a countdown like we normally do. However, this does not mean that you cannot set your sights on achieving this court next year. To accomplish the court of sharing, you had 24 qualified team members in one single calendar year from July 1st of 2022 to June 30th of 2023. And so when you achieve 24 qualified recruits, which is 2 people a month, y'all, okay, right? 24 divided by 12 is 2 people a month. You will be honored with the prestigious Diamond Bumblebee and also be recognized at seminar next year. So while we're not recognizing that right now, you can set your sights on accomplishing this for this next seminar year.
Yes,
Yay!
absolutely. Woohoo! All right, then Heidi, I think you are up again.
Yes, our Powered by Pink Achievers. Every month, you guys, we have opportunity to earn pieces of jewelry exclusively designed for us at Mary Kay, and we're so blessed. And so this past month we had those beautiful pink like teardrop earrings. And when you do 1,200 in retail sales and you reinvest 600, you get to earn those pieces of jewelry. Okay, so let's find out who earned them here in June. And let me tell you, there were 34 people who earned their jewelry this past month. So that is awesome. And you're going to see a little asterisk or star by some people's names. That's because guess what? They were consistent for the spring consistency challenge for the past 3 months, April, May, and June. They have placed their $600 wholesale order. And so they will be receiving a beautiful bracelet that Mary has pictured here. So let's give it up for our Powered by Pink Achievers this month of June. We have Sandy, Lisa, Emily, Diana, Amy, Angie, Jennifer, Sally, Amy, Diana, Lula, Dawn, and Steven. And the list goes on. Vicky, Patty, Kim, Jill. We have Crystal, Victoria, Cherish, Bonnie. We have Laura, Betsy, Taylor, Kimberly, and Christina. Oh, and more. Angela, Lisa, Emily, Cindy, Tia, Sarah, Rosa, and Amy. Congratulations to all of you guys. Mary Kay Ash would say, nothing happens until somebody sells something. So you guys definitely sold something this past month. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Awesome.
And do you want to talk about this, Heidi? Just to kind of announce it? I know Jennifer will talk about it a little bit too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so this year they're going to mix it up a little bit, and our whole theme is golden. And so this will be the next piece of jewelry that you can earn in July. So love it. Beautiful. Woo!
All right, Sherry.
I'm gonna get unmuted here. Okay, I get to talk about the Star Consultant Program. So if you don't know what this is, you need to find out. Because if you are getting that jewelry every month that Heidi talked about, you are also going to be a star consultant, or you can order more and be a higher level star. So what happens when you become a star is you accumulate these points, and you can get free whatever. The catalog is tremendous. And if you don't have the app, there's a Star Consultant app to download so that you can see all the great prizes. And last year, Mary Kay opened it up where we can roll our points over from year to year so that you can get big prizes. So that's awesome. So let's start. So our first level stars are sapphire stars, and this is for fourth quarter. So this ended on the 15th of June. So we are actually in a new quarter. So you have lots of time to be on this list next time. So sapphire stars, we have Vicky and Amber and Heather and Laura. Way to go. Okay, and ruby stars, we have Cherish and Angie, Lisa, Jennifer, and Bonnie. Way to go, ladies. Diamond stars, this is moving up the levels here, you guys. Okay, so diamond stars, we have Angela and we have Lula. That's diamonds. Emeralds are Dory and Amy. Way to go, emeralds. And at the top of the list, the pearl is the highest star level you can achieve. And that is Emily Smith. She is the pearl this quarter. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, on target stars for the new quarter, which just started. So we have Michelle and Amy, Jody, Betsy, Christina, Sally, Kimberly, Sandy, Jill, Rosa, Diana, and another Diana. And I do know I missed one of my ladies, Cherish. So she's on that list as well. So way to go, ladies. We also have on target with the next level from 700 to 1799 as Jennifer, Kim, Angela, Lisa again, Victoria, and Emily. Way to go, ladies. You guys are on a roll already. And our first quarter star, who has already achieved star level in the last 14 days of the month, was Sarah. Congratulations to Sarah. She is a sapphire star already. Nice job.
Woohoo. That's so exciting. 14 days in and already a star.
Woo-hoo!
All right, Maya.
All right, friends. Well, just like Court of Sharing, we are not going to officially announce the ranking of court of sales, but when consultants and sales directors did 40,000 retail, they will be rewarded one of these two beautiful diamonds just a couple weeks in Dallas, or they can choose a $500 cash bonus. Now, we did want to honor all of our Princess and Queen's Court achievers. However, they are listed in alphabetical order, so this is not an indication of where they rank, but we did want to honor them because everyone listed tonight has at least done over 20,000 in retail sales for the seminar a year. So all these ladies will be invited to a mystery date, recognition, and so much more to come. So it's kind of a big old stinking deal, you guys. So let's give congratulations to Lisa, Angie, Dory, Sally, Amy, Patty, Laura, Taylor, Angela, and Emily. And like I said, at our All In Area Awards in Dallas, we will see how they rank and who is a queen of our area. So you can start your year this year right now in July, setting your sights for the new seminar year. So you guys, we are so excited to recognize our courts and our queens in Dallas. So huge congratulations to everyone. Wow, what a powerful June finish. So congratulations, everyone.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. All right. Well, Jennifer is going to come back on here and talk about all of the things that the company has announced and is launching so that you can know what's going on to be able to set your sights on. So Jennifer, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Am I just going through mine or do you have a particular order?
Nope. Do you go on your slides? I'll go in whatever order.
Okay.
Okay, so first off, the attachments for our Skin Invigorating Sonic Brush are on sale this month. So you can see pictured there, there's the two brush heads that come in one pack or the massage head. Both of those, like the two brushes, the one massage, those are how they're packaged from Mary Kay, are 55% off this month. And it's keep in mind, it's not the entire month. It's only through July 20th. So we have, 15 more days now to order these at 55% off. I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but you actually should change out the brush heads every few months because they get worn and build up and all of that. And so maybe this is a good opportunity for you to let your customers know that, or just to swipe out yours and stock up on a few extras as well. So that is on sale, 55% off through the 20th. And there's no limits. Okay, this graphic, I don't know if y'all have seen this announcement or not. It is on In Touch. This is called the Wish It to Win promotion that Mary Kay is doing from now until August 12th. Like it literally just launched today. So if you haven't heard about it, you're okay because it just started today. But this is an opportunity for both you and your customers to win a $50 gift card, like just a $50 Visa gift card. All they have to do, like y'all, is so simple. All they have to do is download the Mary Kay app. Okay. Download the Mary Kay app, find you as their beauty consultant. They literally can just like search in like your name, your state or whatever, and it'll pop you up. They can select, they register under your name so they can be connected, and they add at least just one item to their wish list. And then they're entered to win, and so are you. And so there's no limits as to how many of your customers can register, make a wish list, and get you entered to win and them. And so this is also a great opportunity for you all to see what your customers, are wanting that you can offer, maybe as a hostess incentive, or get a hold of their honey, when the anniversary is close or Christmas time or things like that. So thank you, Mary Kay, for running this promotion for us. And then the last item I'm going to talk about is the new golden, the whole year challenge, but the Be Golden Challenge. And so you may be familiar with Powered by Pink is what this was called last year. So they change the name of it every year, but the concept is still the same. When you order your 600 wholesale a month, you will receive the gift for the month. And this month it is this beautiful bracelet that Heidi talked about a little bit ago, but they base this year's theme on the golden rule, as that is what Mary Kay, one of the core values she founded when she founded our company. And what I think is fun this year, I don't know if you've seen the flyer, it's not going to be just jewelry all year long. There's like a really cute keychain wristlet. There's like a little like, like a little wallet is one of the options. So there's some really cute items coming up this year that I'm super excited about. And when you order your 600 every single month, all 12 years, or if you have a excuse me, a consultant that joins partway through the year. If she starts, and is consistent, then she can earn it as well. But there's this beautiful jewelry set that Mary has pictured next of a golden bracelet and earrings. And so when you are consistent all year long, this is the jewelry set, which, by the way, would look gorgeous at seminar next year. This is a set that you can receive. At least I think it's a bracelet. I should have double checked. It could be a necklace. I can't read the fine print, but
I think it's
anyways.
a bracelet.
I think it's a bracelet too. Okay. This is what you will receive. And as Sherry just talked about, when you order your 600 every month, you become a star. And then most likely you're going to be at least a Princess Court Achiever. So here's possibly a goal that you can set for this seminar year.
All right. Is that the last one? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So we will go ahead and tell you guys before we jump into the training tonight is to go ahead and mark your calendars for the next All In Family Night. So we do these the first Monday of every month, which next month it is August 1st. We are starting the month off together here in our All In Family Night. So we are so excited for that. So mark your calendars for that as well. Okay. Was there anything else from any of the other directors before we jumped into the training tonight? Okay, awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I am so excited to be able to get to train with you guys tonight and share with you guys. And I love this, okay? I love that we and Mary Kay get 2 brand new years. Like we get 2 fresh starts, okay? And the ability to have that not only at the start of the calendar year when everybody is, focusing on renewing and resetting and all of that, but to also have it as kind of that halfway point, for most people to be able to do it when we get to reset our Mary Kay year. Okay. And so we are going to talk tonight about how to set up your new seminar year, how to take this new beginning, this new fresh start, and really set it up for success. Okay. And I'm going to kind of do this in a little bit of a different way. It actually was inspired today by a picture that Maya shared with us this morning. And you might have seen it on her social media. I should have had it pulled up on my computer, but I'll just pull it up here on my phone so you can see it. This image says, I don't know if you can see this very well, is reset, realign, restart, reclaim, and reignite. Okay. And I just thought that was like when she shared that, I was like, whoa. And so I'm going to talk about each of those things, but I'm also going to add one more to start us off. Okay. So each of these things that we're going to talk about. So we're going to have 6 different little areas to focus on because I'm adding one more to this image. And so the first thing is reflect. Okay. Reflect. And I would encourage you guys, okay, while we cannot live in the past, it is so smart to objectively, not emotionally, objectively look back at what did happen this last seminar year in order to be able to learn from it, okay? In order to move forward, you have to know where you've been. Okay, so you do have to take some time to reflect. I had even left a message in our director group, talking about take some time to stop, take some time to be still and just reflect over what happened, think about what you want to have happen and go from there. So here's some questions that I'm just going to share with you in that reflection category. Okay, and I'll probably go through these kind of fast. So just kind of jot down the ones that you can. This is the type, just so you can kind of get an idea of the type of question to ask, okay? So some questions to ask yourself to reflect on what happened last year. What worked well? What didn't work? What brought you joy? What bugged the heck out of you last year? How did your schedule work for you? How did it work for your family? How did you grow or learn in ways that were not reflected on the scoreboard? Okay, in Mary Kay, everything is kind of by a scoreboard, but how did you learn and grow that was not reflected on the scoreboard? Because those are just as important. What is something that you could have done but didn't? And the last question, this one might kind of sting a little bit, is did you play full out or did you stop short? So I do challenge you guys to sit be quiet, be still, and ask yourself those questions. And this can be in regards to Mary Kay. It could be in regards to the last 6 months or 12 months of your personal life, any of those kind of things. But to really truly know where to go, we have to know where we've been and what we need to learn from that. Okay, so that's the first part, is reflect. The second one, the first one on Maya's graphic, is called reset. Okay, so once you have all of the answers to those questions, you can take what you can learn. Okay, take those pieces out of there, take the important information that you can learn, and then release the rest. Okay, that's another little reword, is release the rest. But when you're resetting, okay, you are going to release what happened last week, last month, last year. And I loved this. The definition of reset is to set again or differently. Okay, set again or differently. And here's the thing to remember as well, is that resetting is not about beating yourself up, feeling bad, or staying stuck. Okay, a reset is about embracing a positive attitude towards change and finding opportunities for personal growth, even in the hardest of times. Okay, I'm going to say that again. A reset is about embracing a positive attitude towards change and finding opportunities for personal growth, even in the hardest times. All right, you guys, it is a brand new seminar year. Okay, everyone is back at the exact same place. All right, every single one of us, if you look at the numbers on the scoreboard, 0. Okay, we are all at the same spot. Okay, and so from July 1st, everybody has the same 365 days to achieve their goal. All right, we have time to be able to do what we want. And so here is a question I would love for you to ask yourself as well. Okay, not looking at where you are. I mean, you can look where you're at right now, like starting with 0. Don't necessarily look back at last year. Don't look at what the numbers tell you as far as anything. But if you could have your heart's desire, where would you want to land on June 30th of 2023? If you could have your heart's desire, where would you want to land on June 30th, 2023? And I know when I asked that question, instantly something popped into your head. And that's the thing that is your heart's desire. It's not the thing that right after that, you're like, well, I don't know if I could do that, so maybe it's this. That initial thing that you instantly thought about is your heart's desire. All right. And one of the things that I would want to mention in regards to reset is I was having a conversation with a sister sales director of mine, and she'd asked me that question. And it was the same thing, you guys, like instantly I knew what that answer was. And her next question to me was, what are you resisting? And she said, she's like, you have everything to be able to do and to become and to achieve that desire that's on your heart. So what is it that you are resisting? Is it something that you're resisting to do? Is it something that you're resisting to be? What is it that you're resisting? And if you're not clear, and this is the same thing she challenged me, if you're not clear, ask God to tell you what it is, because there is something that will hold you back if you don't release it. All right. So that was reset. So we did reflect. We talked about reset. The next one on there is realign. And I was just on this roll with these definitions. And so I kind of kept this going a little bit. And so the definition of realign, I loved this. Sometimes I take the second definition because it is a little bit more applicable, but it said to change one's position or attitude. To realign is to change one's position or attitude. So the question for you is, what do you need to realign? Do you need to realign your position? You know, where are you physically, mentally, emotionally? Are you open and available? You know, are you open to receive trainings that we do for you? Are you open to what your director does for you? Are you open to meeting new people, to doing the work? What is your position on that? Again, are you participating in what your unit does? Are you reaching out to your director to be able to help you? What is your position, and are you needing to realign that? And then as far as attitude, like, let's be honest, we may have to give ourselves an attitude check. Okay. And maybe if you think, well, there's, I don't need to do that. Maybe ask a friend, and maybe they'll tell you a little bit differently. Maybe they'll be right on, you'll be spot on to what you think. Okay. But see if you need to give yourself an attitude check. Are you negative Nancy? Are you positive? Are you optimistic? How are you filling your cup? Are you listening to podcasts or sermons or music? Are you resting? What is it that you are doing as far as your position and your attitude? So here's a couple practical steps with that. Okay. The first one, I love this. I know Maya shared it with us today as well, is a dream date. Her and Jordan did a dream date. I remember hearing this idea first from National Sales Director Leah Carta, talking about taking your spouse, your significant other, your kids on a dream date, and just using it as that opportunity to do that, to just dream and to think about what all the possibilities are, what it is that you would love to see for not just your Mary Kay business, but your family, your future, all of those kinds of things. Another practical step is in regards to your calendar. Okay. What I challenge you guys to do this week is to look at your calendar for the next 6 months. Okay. Look at your calendar for the next 6 months and put all the events, all of the activities on there. Okay. So what are your unit events? What are the all-in area events like this? What are events that we're going to, like fall retreats or, different things like that? Have all of that on your calendar now. Okay. Put all of your kids' things on there. Okay. Like, I know that my kids' school already had the next school year's calendar in the spring. Okay. So I'm sure that most other schools kind of operate that same way. So grab that calendar, put everything on there. I know there'll be some things that sneak up, but go ahead and put when there's no school, when there's early out, when there's breaks, all of those kind of things, so you can plan accordingly for those things. If they're in sports or other activities, put that on there. Put on their travel. If you guys are traveling or want to go, even to plan weekends when you travel to see family, or weekends when you are off, or days off of the week when you don't want to work, go ahead and put that on your calendar now. If you work another job, put things for your job that are important on there as well. If there's deadlines or anything like that. Thanksgiving and Christmas will happen in 2022. So you can go ahead and put those on your calendar as well. And even to go into that, guys, again, if you know you want to do a big cookie baking spree, or you want to make sure you shop by a certain time, go ahead and put all of that on your calendar so that these next 6 months can be efficient and easy and have that that harmony, that balance between work and rest, work and play, work and personal. Okay. And then even to look at it, like I kind of to go into a little bit more detail, is when do you want to work? What days of the week do you want to work? How many days a month do you want to work? When will you rest? When will you be with your family? Because again, there really isn't any surprises with that unless we allow ourselves to be surprised. We can go ahead and set now when we want to work, how often we want to work, those kinds of things on our calendar. Then the other part of the practical steps with realigning is to look at those company contests that Jennifer just talked about, your unit contest, and pick your place to win. What is it that you want to run for? Take that heart's desire that you thought of when I asked that question first, and maybe that is that June 30th goal. You can break it down so that you know how to be consistent and work intentionally every single day, every single week, every single month to reach that goal. Okay. That way it's not a surprise, as to what you need to do. You can have all of that planned out. Maybe your goal that you think about is a shorter goal. Maybe it's something that you want to do this quarter or this month, and that's okay too. There's not a, right or wrong answer as far as which goal to have. It's the goal that is important to you. That's all that matters. But to look at that and figure out how to break it down and how to be able to make the work happen. And if you're not sure on that, your director, I promise you, would love to have a conversation with you to look at that and to look at how that fits in with your life and to help you develop a game plan for that. Okay, so that was realign. The next one is restart, okay? And the definition of this I loved was to start anew or to begin again, okay? So here's my advice to you. If you were in motion on June 30th and you were rocking and rolling in your business, guess what? Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Don't stop, just keep going. If you weren't, if maybe you were a little stuck or a little overwhelmed, that's okay too. But now we can make that choice to move. We can make that choice now to get in motion, okay? Maya also shared a quote. She got lots of good stuff today that contributed to this. She shared a quote that said, excuses today make tomorrow hard. Discipline today makes tomorrow easy. And so once you have your goal, what does it take to get there? What is it that you need to focus on? Because when you know what to do, it's going to be a lot harder to make excuses, okay? Let me give you an example. This morning, I was kind of trying to make excuses, okay? I had to run a couple errands and then I thought, well, maybe I should go to the mall and start some shopping for seminar. That was not on my agenda. I had definitely more important things to do. And thankfully, God used karma to tell me to do differently because I went to the mall and the store I wanted to go to was not open for another 30 minutes. So I went and finished my errands and went home and did what I was supposed to do. So, but once you know what to do, once you have the list of things to do, you'll be able to every single day be able to attack that list, okay? So once you have your goal, what does it take to get there? What do you need to focus on, okay? Is it faces, parties, sales, profits? You guys, there are so many different ways that you can track your Mary Kay work and your Mary Kay business. You just have to find the one that works for you. And one of the biggest things that, like in some discussions that we've had lately, was even talking about, do you want to track activity or do you want to track results? And here's the key thing to think about with that is when you're tracking activity, you are in control of that. When you are tracking results, you're not in control. Now, you can work the numbers that the averages to get the results, but ultimately that goes back to the activity is what you can control, okay? And so one of the things, I am gonna pull it up here to show you, we are making some tweaks to this, but I know that this is something that, let me make sure I have this pulled up still. I think I accidentally closed it. This is something like I can pretty much guarantee you that every single sales director on here has talked about this in some form or fashion. Well, now if I'm not gonna be able to find it, I'm gonna laugh. Okay, I thought I had it saved. Okay, I do not. And so I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up. So I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about it since we're tweaking it anyway. But that is an IPA chart, okay? Like nod your head, wave your hand if you've ever heard the words IPA chart. Like I can probably guarantee like everybody is nodding and waving. And so the IPA chart, you guys, is just called income producing activities. And it is tracking the activity that produces income. Genius thought, right? Like it is so simple and so amazing in its simplicity, okay? Because again, sometimes we can wake up and we think we don't know what to do or we don't know where to start. And that's where we can look at this income producing activity chart, this IPA chart, and whatever we pick on it is going to be something that either today or down the road will lead to income, okay? It's going to have something to put you in motion in order to reach income, all right? In any goal that you have, your director will be able to help you look at an income producing activity chart and say, okay, let's focus on these key activities especially, but any of them are awesome. And this is how many I would strive to do in order to reach that goal, All right. And again, it just gives you that freedom, but yet the structure, again, to know what to do every single day. Okay. So I apologize that I was not able to pull that up. But like I said, we are updating one of them because we did want to kind of personalize it a little bit to what our area does. So it will include some specific things like that, and we will get that out to you as soon as that is updated. Okay. Okay. So that was Restart. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is Reclaim. Okay. Reclaim. Oh, can you? Yes. Okay. So some of the examples, because I think I could pull it up. I just pulled up the chat to see if I missed any questions. Okay. Did I save this in here? Okay, so Jennifer asked for some of the activities that are on this. And so some of the activities are to hold a party, in person, virtual, either way. Have a $100 day. I know many of the units track $100 days as well, so it aligns with that. Do a face, again, virtual, in person, however you want to do that. A leadership interview with a Pearl Girl Share, so like Pearl calls, career chats, however you want to call that. That would be one with your sales director. So you're learning on that one. Bringing a guest to an event. Again, this could be like our Watch It Wednesdays. It could be events that your director is doing, any of the things like that that are aimed towards customers. That would be that. Follow up after like a party, an event, or a share. 5 new contacts or referrals, 2 new bookings, 1 new team member. Watch video with follow-up questions. 10 reach outs. So this could be with anything with your business. So current team members or customers, or booking new appointments. Starting your day with your 6 most important things list so that you don't be tempted to go to the mall to go shopping because you have your list of things to do. Because yeah. Do your brain dump each week. Fill out your weekly accomplishment sheet. Do your weekly plan sheet. Fill out a bubble sheet for booking attempts as well. Post a photo on Facebook on your main page in your customer group. And I know that might sound a little silly, like how is that income producing? But the more you share about Mary Kay, the more that people will see that. And that is speaking that out and developing new customers. Share your website link or the Mirror Me app or the Skin Analyzer app with a potential customer, or really the Mary Kay app, like Jennifer just talked about with that Wish It to Win It contest that Mary Kay is doing. That could be included in that as well. So those are different things. And so this chart will even say, like, if your goal is to kind of just work Mary Kay a little bit on the side, then you would do like 5 IPAs a week, okay? If you want to do more than that, maybe a little bit more full-time kind of hustle, 10 IPAs. If you want to do the car hustle and work towards earning a car, it would be 15 IPAs a week. Or CEO hustle, looking at leadership, sales director, would be 20 IPAs a week. Okay. So again, we will have that chart for you to be able to use. And that would be something that you would use to set your goal for how many IPAs to do every single week. And again, that is just a simple way to focus on activity that you can control. You can control the reach outs, you can control posting, you can control sharing, you can control doing a party. Those are all things you can control in order to move your business forward. Okay. All right. So the next one is Reclaim. Okay. And this one, I loved the definition as well. One of the definitions says to bring under cultivation. Okay. In cultivation, when I looked that up, it says to try to acquire or develop. And that could be a quality, a sentiment, or a skill. So I'm like, okay, if we're reclaiming, means that we are going to try to like acquire or develop something. Okay. And so what is it that you want to reclaim? What is it that you would love to acquire, to develop, to cultivate? And if you're not sure, again, ask for guidance. Holy Spirit will tell you what it is that you need to do. But here are some questions in regards to this as well, okay? For what you want to reclaim or cultivate. Imagine yourself a year from today, and describe the greatest outcome you would love to see in your life and business. Who do you want to be? What makes you happy? When do you feel your best? When are you, or when were you the most happy in your Mary Kay business? And what created that? What led to that happiness? And what would need to change in order to duplicate that happiness more often? Where in your business do you tend to drop the ball? What are some things that you've been unwilling to do that when you start doing them, everything would change? And what would happen, what would have to happen for you to be able to say that this year, this 2022-2023 seminar year was your best seminar year ever? And then here's the question I loved as well, is what would your goal give you access to? So maybe your goal is to become a red jacket. What would being a red jacket give you access to? What would it give your family access to? What would being a Queen's Court of Sales achiever and selling $40,000 worth of retail product and having $20,000 profit, what would that give you access to? What would that give your family access to? And the other part of this to reclaim kind of comes back to a little bit as far as our inside work as well. And I love the verse, Ephesians 2:10, where it says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared ahead of time for us to do." And I loved this because I know like all of the directors had this Believing, 100 Days to Believing bigger book. And in this, there was actually a section where it broke down this verse into 4 little parts. And so the first one is workmanship. Like in it, it says, we are his workmanship. And that's the deal, guys. Like nobody is like you. You are not like the sister sales director or sister consultant that is to the left or right of you on the screen. You are not like anybody else, but you are perfectly and wonderfully made. All right. You are unique. You are gifted. You are talented. You are created for amazing things. The good works part is it's not about perfect work. Okay. It's not necessarily about doing the right thing or the perfect thing. It's about doing the good works. Start with something, anything, and get in motion. And I always kind of say, like, if you are doing something that loves and serve others, you're on the right track. Okay. And with our business, we are so blessed that almost everything that we do in this business is designed to love and serve other people. All right. The in advance, which God prepared, or excuse me, to do good works, which God prepared ahead of time or in advance. The thing I love about this is probably my most favorite part, is that in advance means that God prepared you in advance. He's given you everything that you need. You don't need anything else but everything that you have. And then the last part is the do, created ahead of time for us to do. This is probably the most important part, okay, is to do the work. You guys, God cannot bless the actions that we do not take. And so if we do not get in motion, it's great to dream, it's great to reflect, it's great to do all of those things. But if we don't take that and put that into action and do something, there is nothing for him to be able to bless. And so with this is where I want to remind you to claim what is yours, to claim what you see. I love Susan McCoy. I don't know if she was the originator of this or where it ever came from, but she always reminded us to speak what you seek until you see what you've said. And I love that, you guys, because that is where like the affirmations, the visuals, the just repeating to yourself, the belief in what you want to achieve, and just all of those things, like we have to speak it in order for us to believe it and for it to just kind of penetrate into our mind, into our body, because then we'll just naturally do the work to make it happen. Okay, so that was reclaim. The last one, you guys, is reignite. Okay, reignite. And With this one, reignite was to give new life or energy to. And I love this because it really is just a matter of making that decision, getting in motion, and keep going. Okay. Taking all of those practical things, looking at our calendars, reflecting from last year, setting your goal for this year, but to get in motion. And so the verse I love with this as well is 1 Corinthians 9:24-26. Don't you know that all runners in the stadium run, but only one gets the prize? So run to win. Everyone who competes practices self-discipline in everything. The runners do this to get a crown of leaves that shrivel up and die, but we do it to receive a crown that never dies. So now this is how I run, not without a clear goal in sight. I fight like a boxer in the ring, not like someone who is shadow boxing. And at first, you guys, like when I first heard this verse like years ago, like it kind of confused me, because then I was like, well, then you're saying to like forget about everybody else and just run. And in a way that is true, because everybody is running, but it's not about competing. It's not about running against somebody else or trying to outdo somebody else. It's to run to win your race, the race that you are supposed to do. Every single one of us is called to something different. And again, going back to that last one, we are created unique. Each of us has different strengths and talents, but we do have a race to run. And so to be able to have that clear goal, like that's one of the things it talks about in that verse as well, is that this is how I run, not without a clear goal in sight. So have that goal, know what it is that you're working towards. The self-discipline, that's probably one of the things when I was asked that question about what I'm resisting, that probably is a little bit of that in there. And then run to win. Again, not for anybody else, but for you, for God, and for what he's called you to do. And the thing I love about all of this is, when you do this, like reignite, like I always think about a fire, okay? And so when you do all of these things, like your little bit can turn into a whole lot. Like your little bit can really, truly be that spark that lights your passion, your excitement, which will spill onto your sister consultants, onto your customers, onto your unit, onto the whole area, and onto the greater Mary Kay family. And so, of course, the song, I'm sure everybody can probably sing it, that comes to mind, is Start a Fire, that it says, you only need a spark to start a whole blaze. It only takes a little faith. Let it start right here in the city. These old walls will never be the same. And I loved that because, again, just takes a spark. And these old walls, even our walls, are not going to be the same because of what we are able to do. And so you guys, that whole chorus of that song, start a fire in my soul, fan the flame and make it grow. I cannot sing, so I cannot sing it for you. So there's no doubt or denying, let it burn so brightly that everyone around can see that it's you that we need. Start a fire in me. So you guys, as we are starting this new seminar year, take some time to look at this thing. Reflect at where you've been, reset, realign, restart, reclaim, and then reignite. And make this seminar year your best seminar year ever. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yay. All right, that's all I have. So there you go.
Okay, everyone unmute, clap, use your emojis, wave, give thumbs up. I mean, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great job, Mary.
Thank you.
You are bringing it tonight. I have chills and goosebumps, and I don't know about you all, but is anyone else that just, wow, unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Well, friends, Mary Kay sisters and brother, I would love for y'all to unmute or open the chat and just share a nugget. I feel like this could have not been the most perfect, it couldn't have been any better, Mary. You brought to me one of the most exciting trainings leading into our new year. And so I would love to hear from y'all. What is your nugget that you are going to take and you are just using Mary's words tonight to lift you up and encourage you guys? know everyone's processing.
This is Lisa. Hi,
Lisa.
everyone. I just thought it was Mary was talking straight to me when she said, think about what you were doing 2 weeks prior to June 30th and keep that momentum going. And I just felt like she was just, okay, Lisa, that's what you need to do.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Absolutely.
And I think just to reflect, I mean, I can say I'm starting the year sort of discouraged because I know that last year is gone. But I don't want to end up doing the same thing I did last year. So I think the reflection and the reset and all of them, I think it's going to be great. And I really want to be disciplined to try this. So thank you.
You
Mary.
are welcome.
Thank you
are
all.
so welcome.
I feel like I've been to church. No, I'm joking. I got a little joy, got a little ouch. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, Mary. I made several notes, and made some like sad faces, like when I failed. But when we fail, there's always a way back and up. You just got to let go of it. But it was really good. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, it's Amber.
Hi, Amber.
I'm sure Jennifer will be like, yes, girl, yes, when I say this, but the main thing that Mary spoke to me was, what are you resisting? Jennifer and I have had a lot of conversations about that. So, and the whole quote of speak what you seek until you see what you said. And that's a lot. Like that spoke right to me. So thank you, Mary.
You are welcome. I love this. I saw Dawn thing in the chat too that says that most people, with it being the end of the year for us, most people tend to relax in July. With that being said, crush July while everyone else is sleeping. I love it.
Dawn, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
And just to kind of touch on this is like, y'all use the momentum that you all just felt finishing your June to keep going. Mary, one of the questions that gave me like literally chills down my spine is, where do you want to be 1 year from today? And you're right. We all know exactly where we want to be 1 year from today. And I know that having that victory starts right now, not in December, not in January, not in March after career conference. It really does start right now. And so I am so excited for you bringing the IPAs to our area, for you telling us that those everyday income producing activities really do add up to our victories. And so I am just so excited about that. But I feel like the other question that really resonated with me is, what would my goal give me access to for my family? And I feel like when we tie our goals to something greater than, I know this is tongue in cheek, you guys, greater than a diamond or a sash, not that those things are not amazing, but when we tie it to something that we will not back down from, like it will definitely move you. It will move you. So thank you for asking those questions. Those were really powerful, really powerful.
Well, and that's going to be the thing that keeps you going when you don't want to. Like you could easily, the diamond rings are really, really pretty, but you can easily give up on that. But if it is something for your, like, that ties to something your family can do or something that your family can have, like, you will not stop at all. So.
Mary, you were talking about, evaluating things and releasing them. And on my page this week, I put on there the things I learned this year, things I learned at the end of the year. because I'm like, maybe somebody will read them and not do the same things that I did.
Yeah.
Because, I came up one short quarter sharing, one.
Mhm.
And I said, if I would have worked consistently through the whole year, I wouldn't have been there on the last day of the month trying to find another person, And so then letting that go. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
we're going to do this next year. I've learned my lesson. I know how to work now. Let's do it. But also when you asked about what is your heart's desire, where you wanted to land June 30th of next year, and then you said, don't think about it, just what is it? Because we do. You think of something and then you think of all the reasons why you can't do
Mhm.
that. Why it's too big, why, but if you really just write down the first thing that comes to your mind, that is truly where your heart is.
Mhm.
But you just have to get your mind and your plan on target with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I'll piggyback off of Sherry there. Yes, like where do we want to be next year? Like we know what to do, and I'm so thankful that we're all going to be using this IPA chart. I mean, I've used it off and on. It is super helpful for those of you who maybe are just hearing about it tonight. But I love the taking the time just to reflect about last year. Like you might look at someone, what they accomplished, or even look at myself, like what did my unit accomplish? Like, my goodness, my unit's amazing, but there were other ways that we could have won that we didn't. And so taking time to see like, okay, really what needs to change? What could have been done better? What daily activity could be done to be more consistent throughout the year? And so I wrote down a quote that I've heard Stephanie Venn say multiple times. And it's the fact that the mini wins, like the MINI, the little wins every day, that equals the many wins, like MANY. And so taking your IPA chart, doing the daily activities, like that is what's going to set you up for whatever your heart's desire is. And so I instantly knew what my heart's desire is for June 30th next year. And it's like, okay, now we're going to take a step back and figure out what needs to happen daily in order to break down that really big goal. And Mary, I know you said this too, but I mean, that's what we're here for. Consultants is for us to help and lead you and figure out what you can do on a daily basis to reach the big goal that you want to work for. So I'm excited. This is going to be a great year.
Yes. Well, and I think that's the thing important to remember as well, is that everybody needs to go through that reflection. Like if you have had an amazing year or if you've had a not so amazing year, like there is always something to learn, something to tweak, any of those kind of things to make it better. Like, and that's the thing that is amazing about Mary Kay, sometimes a little frustrating, mostly amazing, is that you've never arrived. Okay. At every single position that you achieve on the Mary Kay career path, you're never going to get to that position and be like, I'm done. I don't have anything more to learn. Never. Like even national sales directors struggle. Even national sales directors have to learn. Even national sales directors, they go through all of it, the celebration, the sorrow, everything, and have to do that same process. And so just to get comfortable in the uncomfortableness of answering the questions and being real and raw is a super important step.
Hey, Mary, I think just starting off the year with a message like this is really powerful as well, just because, you're looking forward to seminar here in a few days, right? And then having this starting off July, like with a bang, like whoever said that in the chat, was it Dawn? Yeah. That's so true. I'm so glad we decided, we made the decision to do this and to party and to reflect and reset, realign. Those are just decisions that we have to make.
Yeah.
And I just think it's very powerful. I wrote so many notes, like I ran out of room. It's really good. So thank you for just training and sharing your heart. And like Maya said, asking those questions, those hard questions. I'm more of a thinker, so I'll have to go back and rethink again, think through it again and maybe journal some of the thoughts, as you take
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's kind of what I do.
I want to piggyback on this because I found a journal today from 2018 of some of the dreams that I had journaled because I was looking to start a new one. And so I was looking through some of the journals and you guys, I got chills because some of the dreams that I had written down in the midst of a dream and reflect and a vision was to take my kids to Disney.
Mhm.
And then the next one was to take my husband to Hawaii. And the other one was to buy our home. And I mean, these were dreams that I had. I was like, I literally was so overwhelmed with things. And there's lots of other amazing things, from putting my son in a musical. And my son is very musical. He loves to dance and to sing. And we're starting drumming lessons. And so I even have one on like encourage Cade in his music.
Mhm.
And I have one that even, I have one that, about Kenna, like just embracing her quirkiness. And that'll be another story for another day. But just, I was like, wow, like it really is amazing when we take the time to be still and to think about the dreams that are really on our heart
Mhm.
and be faithful to them, like how they come to
Yes.
fruition. And I just was like, wow, like what if I had taken my off year or off moment and said, I
Yeah.
can't dream anymore because I had an off season? It would have
Yeah.
totally robbed those dreams coming to fruition. So
Yeah.
you guys, we have what we need, just like Mary said, like, so thank you for encouraging us to do that. You know, what would we do if, you know, what is our heart's desire? Like,
Mhm.
it's so great. So it was really, I mean, I literally opened it and I was like, I can't even believe I'm reading this. Like it was
Yeah.
insane. So yeah, it's so good. So
Well, and one thing to add to that with like the journaling is, you guys, some of these questions are hard and you may not get the answer right away. And that's okay, you know, but the more that you hold space for that question, hold space for that thought, bring it back every single day to kind of look at it, like you'll get the answer, but don't expect it to happen. I mean, especially if it's something that is truly is holding you back, or something that is, you know, that we need to learn something a little bit different from, it may take some time with it. And again, there's not, you know, it's not necessarily a sit down for 5 minutes, answer the questions and you're done. The true growth is going to come from sitting with some of those questions and really processing them. But that growth, that's the growth that you won't necessarily see right away on the scoreboard. But if you do that growth and that learning, it will come to the scoreboard. It will.
Yeah.
Like it will always come to the scoreboard eventually.
Oh yeah, I always say it's inner work before it ever shows outwardly, you
Yes.
know. And anytime I want to grow or do a quantum leap in my business, you know, all of us do this. We're working on ourselves first.
Yes.
You know, obviously the activity has to be there, but it's
Right.
that inner work. Yeah, and like you said, it's kind of weird because it doesn't show up on the scoreboard. It's not an IPA necessarily,
Mhm.
but it's going to what is it going to do? It's going to set you up, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, anybody else have anything before we close it out for tonight? Okay. All right, you guys. Well, like I said, we will be back here next month on August 1st, the very first Monday of the month. And we are so excited. We are going to be going to seminar, quite a few of us, in just a couple weeks. And then Maya she's just posted it in the comments. She is doing her leadership class at 8:30. She just put her Zoom there for you guys if you want to hop onto that, 769-820-8025. But thank you guys so much for being on here tonight, for just participating and being open to this, into receiving all of this, you guys, and just take some time to do that reflection and ask yourself those questions. And again, that'll make it the best seminar year. Starting out July 1st, we're going to crush it while everybody else is sleeping, like Dawn said. So you guys have an awesome night, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
thanks.